Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Sarah and I upload twice a week, so be sure to subscribe before you leave. Also make sure that you hit the little bell so that way you do not miss a video of mine. Today is going to be a project pan, so let's just get right into it. I've kind of already done a declutter because I am going cruelty free, and I'll link my declutters up here on the iCards if you want to go check those out if you're interested. I kind of like give mini reviews. I talk about the products that whether I've liked or not and stuff that I've trashed. I'm coming back again to the stuff that I've already decluttered, and I kind of basically just did a mini declutter. I didn't record it or anything because I kind of just pick and chose between products that I just wasn't reaching for, and I felt like I just didn't want to use them anymore. The first thing I have is from Stila, which I think back then they weren't cruelty free, but they're cruelty free now, which is amazing. And this is a smudge stick waterproof eyeliner, and this is in the shade Stingray. It's just a black eyeliner. The only thing I don't like about these eyeliners is I don't know if mine's broken, but it does not go down, it just goes up. I'm not sure how much is left, but like I said, I don't think they were cruelty free at the time, so I'm gonna go ahead and trash this because I have plenty of black eyeliners. The next thing I'm gonna declutter is this Nivea Post Shave Balm, and I remember this was a hit due to Nikki tutorials. I haven't reached for it in like a very long time. I want to say it's almost a year because I think she discovered this like last summer or last spring or whenever it was that everyone was going around using this Nivea Post Shave Balm. I don't reach for it, so I'm gonna go ahead and trash it. This is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion. I remember when this was like all the rage. Also, again, I don't know if it was last year, almost 2 years ago. I can't remember. I went and picked it up. I was in the shade W3. I think now it'd probably be a W4. I've only probably used this. I can count on my hands the amount of times I've used this. That's what it looks like. It has a mirror and it came with a sponge, but I think I tossed it or something. I have combination skin, so I don't really get things that are very luminous or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this because I've probably used this like 3 times, and it is medium coverage. I feel like some Lumi foundations tend to be light to medium coverage. You can set it with powder if you want like a mattifying effect. I didn't reach for it, so it's probably bad, like embarrassingly bad. I'm going to go ahead and trash this because there's no way to sanitize this. The next thing is the Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder, and it's in the shade Silky Beige. I've had this for an embarrassingly long time, and you can see I've already hit quite significant pan on this. Everyone raves about this, and I've tried and tried to love it. Like you can see I've held on to this for so long, like thinking, oh, maybe it's my skin, but my skin just does not love this. My oils just still push through this powder, and some people call this their holy grail powder to keep them matte, but unfortunately it doesn't work for me. I can't keep it anyways because it's from Rimmel and they're not cruelty free. I was using this kind of just to set the primer on my eyes basically, and to kind of touch up, like if I was doing a video and if I was like shiny a little bit, I would use this to kind of just touch up and mattify my face. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of it because there's another product that I'm going to be using for my project pan. This definitely hurt. This definitely hurts. I haven't read or researched a clear answer on whether or not Morphe is cruelty free or not. I hear that they don't respond. They maybe test where required by law or whatever it is, that companies can get away with saying, oh, we're cruelty free, but we only test when it's required. You're still not cruelty free because you still got to send your product out to someone to get tested. So this is the Morphe and Kathleen Lights collab. Huge palette right here. It doesn't have a mirror, but it's like hardly touched. Like the only shades that I kind of have a dip in basically, it's this matte cream shade right here that I used as a brow bone highlight, which is so beautiful. Like it's so bright and stark and just perfect brow bone highlight. Also this shade right here, if you like a shimmery brow bone highlight, I absolutely love this shade right here. I also use this for my inner corner highlight. Like it is so beautiful. I absolutely loved it. All these other shades are so pretty. This green shade right here is so pigmented. I think both of these are. These are the only 2 shades. I've only swatched these, like it's so embarrassing. I've only swatched these. I have not used them because I do have other cruelty-free alternatives that I have, which is the Wet n Wild, that comfort one, whatever it's called. That one has a bunch of greens in it, so that's the one I've been using for any green shimmer shadows. Just like warm and cool tones. Like I love these mauve shades. It just breaks my heart, but I honestly haven't reached for it only because I found out that their cruelty-free status is very, very unclear. If you can spare me some heartache, and if any of you guys know if this brand is cruelty free, like 100%, like ingredients and everything, please let me know, because I'm so heartbroken breaking up with this palette. It's so sad. I can't keep anything that tests on animals, so this palette is going to go to my beauty declutter page, which I'll do a whole separate video on that. Pretty much it for the products that I've basically decluttered. Okay, now on to the 4 that I'm going to do a 4 by July 4th. I was gonna do like a 6 by summer, but summer's gonna be here in like 50 days or maybe less than that. That's not enough time to like pan anything or get through any type of makeup product that I want to try to pan. So I figured July 4th is quite a ways away from today. Today is April 30th, which is the last day of April. It's a Sunday. I'm not sure when this video is going to go up, but it'll go up pretty soon. On to the 4 products that I will be panning. First is this Laura Mercier Caviar Ice Stick. Wow, I can't even talk. Laura Mercier Caviar Stick Eye Color in the shade Copper. I got this in a Sephora Favorites a long time ago. It was like the bronze something. It was like last year's summer favorites or something like that. There's like a really ginormous swatch right there in my hand. You can see it's so pretty and bronze. I do use this as like a base for any gold eyeshadows. I really like this for that because it just grips, and it's not really grips, but you know what I mean? Like it sticks and stays, and just, this is like the perfect base for any gold or copper family, maybe rose gold family. I feel like it kind of gives a rose gold vibe. This is definitely a good base. So I feel like with summer approaching, you see a lot of like soft shimmery eyes. So I'm going to be using this a ton, I'm sure, or I hope, or I'm going to, because I have to pan it. Thing does roll up, so I like to keep track of it on a notebook and make my little marks on it. Next product is, I've had this again for unembarrassingly long time, maybe going on like 3 years. I know that's so disgusting, but I'm sure we all do it. I'm sure there's makeup products that we still have that are still freaking amazing. Like, side note, I have a Kat Von D, a Studded Kiss lipstick or whatever in the shade Underage Red. I got that when Shane took me to Vegas, and it was before I was pregnant, and I got pregnant in 2014? Yeah, 2014, because Savannah was born in 2015. I got that lipstick back in October 2014. Still smells great, still goes on amazing. So you cannot always believe the expiration dates on these makeup products, because if the formula is bomb, it's gonna last you a good while. Anyways, this has not broke me out or anything like that. It hasn't like started separating or anything because it is a glass bottle. I can see through it. I feel like I'm at where it says broad spectrum SPF 20, I think, from what I can see. I have like very little left, like this much left. I'll make a mark somewhere when I'm done with this video. It's been sitting up like this, and this part still doesn't go down. So if anyone knows like a trick to make this foundation fall so that way it settles all the way so I can clearly see where the line is, please let me know. This is in the shade Soft Honey 855, in case you're wondering. The next product in here, which I've again had past 3 months, and I know with mascaras you're supposed to throw them away every 3 months or toss them after 3 months, whatever it is, but I honestly don't wear makeup that much for me to worry about this mascara like breeding an eye infection in here or anything. Don't want to jinx myself, but like I said, I hardly wear makeup except when I do videos or if I'm going somewhere, and that's hardly ever. I'm gonna go ahead and use this up, so it might be gone before July. I went in there and I kind of got like a heavy scoop, I guess, if you will. It still has a significant amount of product, but I finally did I finally used up my L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black, which was my absolute favorite mascara, but I could tell it definitely dried out. This one is still wet and it looks like it has plenty of product in here. Long story short, this still has product, so I'm gonna use it up. And the last thing that I'm going to try to pan is from NYC, and it's the Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder. powder. NYC has very unclear cruelty-free standards or policy, whatever. And also they've been discontinued from Target. You really can't shop for them online. Like, they don't have an official website where you can go on there and buy their stuff. It's either like on eBay, some other beauty product website, or Amazon, but it is so like marked up because it is basically hard to find because it's not sold in stores anymore. I need to get a cruelty-free setting powder just to have a cruelty-free one because I don't have one. I was getting the e.l.f. HD translucent powder or whatever it was, but I want to try something different. So if there's a very drugstore friendly cruelty-free loose powder that's translucent or something for setting, please let me know down in the comments. I don't know how I'm gonna get the mark on this one. I might have to set it, like I'm kind of just like doing this on my table, evening it out. It's gonna be hard to get a mark on this. Oh gosh. So it's hard to show y'all, but there's basically, you can see right here is the line up close, better look. It's like right there, basically where all the product has settled. We'll see where we are when I do my update. I'll show y'all initially where it was, but those are going to be my 4 products to pan by July 4th. Last time I tried a project pan, I kind of failed a little bit because I didn't know much about project panning back then, and I was trying to be like super ambitious, and I was like, I'm gonna pan this Benefit Cheekathon palette, and I ended up giving it away to my sister. So that was stupid of me. Like, who can pan a, not the whole thing, but at least hit pan in one of the shades, full size Benefit blush or contour powder? Like, who can pan that in like 3 months unless you're actually like caking it on, touching up with it and everything? Y'all know what I mean? Let me know down below if you're doing any project pans or any type of 4 by July 4th. I love project pans, watching them and seeing the progress. It just helps me and motivates me, makes me want to use all my makeup up. That way I can bring all the new releases in, you know? You gotta use it up so that way you can bring in some more. So be sure to subscribe if you're not already by hitting this button right here. All my social medias are listed down below, so go check me out there. Have a blessed day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.